A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today, we are going to talk about Ratnas or gems. But before that, a big welcome to all of you, and sir, a warm welcome to you, sir. Pranam, sir.
Namaskar.
Before we start, a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your comments and your suggestions there. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. And do remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates ASAP. So today we have a very interesting subject to talk to with Sir. We have an ongoing course on gems, and in that, Sir does tell us startling facts about what kind of gems to wear and many other things, among which is the precious metal that needs to be used. So, sir, without much ado, I hand over to you as to what we are going to learn from you today.
So today we are going to look at the fact that many times gems are recommended to be worn in silver or in Ashtadhatu, as they call it, 8 different metals. That is one of the ways of doing it. I mean, no harm. But what do the really learned say? Because I always bank upon the originators of that science rather than our what we call flights of imagination.
Yes. Okay.
So, and wherever I have a different opinion, that also I always tell. I mean, those who have heard me know me very well that I don't write it. So, where is it to be worn? And as in the course, we will see how does it actually matter? Does it really matter or not? But that will be a different subject. But here, we will see, is there something specific which is being told? And if it is being told, why should we change it? Can we change it? Should we change it? When we should change it? So, the first look at is very clear. It talks about whether gems really give you good results or bad results. And therein it is said that Ratnena Shubhena Shubham Bhavati Nupanam Anishtam Ashubhena Yasmat Tat Pariksham Daivam Ratnashitasid. What is being said is that if auspicious gem is given, then kings flourish. If inauspicious gem is prescribed to him, he will have inauspicious results. When it is saying about king, it also applies to human beings. And that is why I say that's why the fate is operating by taking shelter of gems. That is a way of allegorical speech, which the ancients used to talk about. And that is why it has to be examined much in depth before prescribing. The expert should look at it in depth, because even fate is dependent on gems. That is what is said, which means you understand it. That it can modify. Nothing becomes zero. Anybody who is from a scientific background knows that no energy extinguishes. It gets transferred into something else. So here also similar things happen. And then the question is how should it be worn? So everybody has his own theory, and I don't dispute anybody because their logic might be different, but my logic is very simple. They say Vajra and Neti. Vajra means diamond, and others Sarvani Dharya Neva Mahibhuta. People want to wear different gems. But what he says next is Suvarna Pratibadhani. Suvarna means gold. Mounted in gold. Where is it to be mounted in? In gold. Which Vajra and other gems, which is those 9 precious gems they are talking about, which is a subject of we have dealt with it in the course, and we shall go to the logic of it later on. And what does it give? If you mount them in gold, it gives victory, it gives health, it also gives prosperity. This is said by the great Bhojaraj, who was king in the Madhya Pradesh, and who has written Samarangana Sutradhar, one of the tomes on Vastu Shastra. So he was not an ordinary king. Because people will think that he was a king because he understands anything. No, don't worry about it. Saravali was also written by a king called Kalyanavarma. So they were learned people. And Bhojaraj was supposed to be greatest learner, one of the greatest learned kings. He has written, I think, about 40 different books, from grammar to everything, even drama. And this comes from a text called Raja Rangatarindini, if I remember right, where his life is described, how he was only allowed to sit on the throne which was of the great King Vikramaditya.
Ramaditya.
And then all those, they said there were small statues of different deities which used to come and ask him, are you capable of sitting on this throne? This is the situation, what would Vikramaditya have done, etc., etc. So he was a learned person. And he makes it specific. So it is to be mounted only in gold. People suggest, sometimes they suggest silver, sometimes they suggest copper, sometimes they suggest even the Ashtadhatu. 8 different metals are cast together and it is called Ashtadhatu. Is it wrong? It is always wrong, etc., etc. Master, my personal feeling is this is certainly true. They must be preferably mounted in gold, no doubt about it. It is specified, and those who created the science knew more about it. It has got a great engineering and engineering, psychology, and medical science combined together. Why they are right? That about that we will be talking in the last lecture of the lecture on gems. But I think in case of pearl, one might be allowed to wear it in silver because silver also happens to be the metal of
Pearl.
pearl. It is also metal of diamond. I mean Venus. Actually, I am saying pearl. It is a gem of moon. Pearl
Moon
is gem
and
of
Venus,
moon.
yes.
So maybe, and it also has some electrical conductivity. In case of Venus, if you want to fit it, the gem will fall off because Vajra, as they call it, which is diamond, is extremely hard amongst the scale of hardness of all those gems. It has 10 on most. It will fall off. Generally, ladies would not prefer it because you wear a silver ring, it will leave all those marks of silver sulfate on your finger. Maybe you can also wear the red coral in copper because that is metal of Mars. But personally, if you ask me, I would say it is still, gold. The reason is, I'm sure all of you are using various technological tools and everything. All those connecting cables that you get, you will find sometimes it will be these are gold tipped. And the gold tip is supposed to be good because the electricity conduction through it is the greatest amongst all metals. And that is somehow connected with how the gems give result. It's a complex subject, so not a matter of very small. But so this is what he said. I have also given my opinion. This might be possible. Preferably, it should be in gold. The reason is pretty simple. But even copper is a conductor of electricity. Copper wires are used, even silver does conduct some electricity, maybe on a lesser grade, but it's not uh, electrically totally resistant or which stops electricity. So it could be used. So I have made it very clear. Rest of the things is because it is cheap, so you use etc. etc. is all right, but you can use a smaller gem. The size of the gem is never prescribed in this text.
Yes, sir. This is one thing that we do here, that you need to wear this size, that size.
Yes,
So
yes.
is the size of the gem an importance anywhere in the classical texts?
No, it is not given in any classical text, one. And it is a catalyst. When we go around it, we will find out it is a catalyst. So catalyst, whether it is, I mean, ladies would know whether you put a pinch of salt in milk or you put a,
Entire
complete
packet.
fistful of milk. The milk
Result is the same.
Curdle. It has to curdle.
Yes.
So, and that is the science behind it, which is rarely understood. I don't say I understand it, but I think I know how it works. And there are umpteen number of examples which will make everybody realize, yeah, this is done. This is how a person's mind changes and mind changes. So your work changes, then you get the results of it. That is how the entire gamut works.
So one last question here
Yeah,
is that we find that people have a tendency of prescribing mercury in silver.
I know. But you see, those who know even a bit of astrology are aware that moon and Mercury are enemies. So why would one want to put it in a in silver at all? Isn't it?
So
Mercury treats
moon
moon
as an enemy.
as an enemy. And this is to give mm, an allegorical understanding of the thing. It has to do with the way the planets interact with each other. So there will be a clash of interests. If there is clash of interest, what will happen? Your mind can go, might not get what we want it to do, or the way we want to modify the behavior of a person in a particular manner over a long period of time. And it never happens that you wear a gem and immediately something happens. It would not. It would take time. Sometimes the time is appropriate when you are wearing the gem because of the Shah and other planetary position, and you might get instant result. But understand that these changes your behavior over time, one realizes it. And one should always find whether it is necessary to give a gem. Otherwise, just giving a gem for the heck of it is, I mean,
Okay, so
I don't think it is correct.
this has been a beautiful session where we have understood that as per classical texts, gems do make a difference. As per classical texts, it's best advised to wear your gems in gold. But as Sir says, silver being the metal of moon and pearl being its gem, you can also wear the pearl in the silver. But beyond that, it's advisable to wear the all the other ratnas or the precious stones in gold. Finally, we can also say that the gem is not so much valuable when we talk about its weight, but it is valuable in
Quality.
terms of its quality, color, and other things, especially when we're talking about the 9 stones that are highly recommended in the classical texts. Do write to us and let us know how you found this episode. And if you are interested in learning more about gems, then our course on gems gives us an insight of information from the classical texts. You can get it from our website or you can WhatsApp to us to know more about it. Till we meet with you again, stay safe. Thank you so much. Please
My
hit the
pleasure.
bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.